Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. With my motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Harris.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Fournier in at the small forward. In the new season, Chris, every team wants that fast start, but when you really think about it, how important is that in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it depends on where you are. Like, let's think about Houston last year with the injuries. You don't want to get to a slow start where you're fighting for home court advantage. So it's very important. And usually veteran teams know that first 2-3 weeks of the season is when you can sneak teams. And if you're a younger team and you understand that, wait a minute, it's all about attention to detail, focus, and playing hard, you can get some pretty nice upsets early, because when for young teams, once the scouting report comes out and teams hone in on you, it might be a little bit more of a difficult season as the days go ahead. Yeah, watch out.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Fournier. Passes to Vucevic. Over Embiid. And it's Vucevic missing. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Richardson. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Orlando. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense. And Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
And Richardson drops them both. Chris, you're talking about the Philly fans. They were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Simmons passes to Harris. Here's Horford. He's guarded by Fournier. Lets it go from 11. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And Embiid throws it down.
I mean, he does things that other bigs simply can't. Horford, a phenomenal passer for his position.
So it's Orlando now. 4-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And this first game is always interesting. It's going to give us a sense of what the dynamic between these teams is going to be this season.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. The Magic have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Pass to Ross. Pass to Fournier. Lets it go from deep. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Evan Fournier.
I mean, it's difficult not to fall for Harris's pump fake. I mean, he's so clever at getting defenders off the ground and just simply going up and into the contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
And Harris drops them both. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer, and they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
Here's Simmons following the score by Aaron Gordon. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Embiid finds Simmons. And here is Harris, guarded by Augustine. Horford has a wide open look. Basket is good, the assist from Harris.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Magic trail by 8. And here's Augustine. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Dishes it to Fournier. Just 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Harris. The Magic shooting their first free throws here for the night. And he knocks down the first one. And so Fournier nails both of them. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Augustine against Simmons. The pass to Embiid. In the corner, it's Richardson. Embiid with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland.
And how about his defense? I mean, 4 blocks on the night. They couldn't keep him down.
Now Fournier following the three-point attempt by Josh Richardson. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. Passes it to Augustine. Fournier gets a wide open look. The Magic again can't hit.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Lobbed up there for Embiid. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Chemistry Embiid has with his guys. I mean, he seems to know exactly when to go for these alley-oops.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic, trailing here by 8. Pass to Ross. Now here's Gordon. Richardson cover. Gordon against Horford. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Clock at 4. For 3, Fournier. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Here's Ross. No good there. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-6 run. Harris, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers leading by 8. Pass to Simmons. Back to Harris. And it's blocked by Gordon.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
And that one drops. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Look at Orlando. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now for Philadelphia, they've come out the gate strong. They have a roster that can continue to improve. So reasons for optimism abound here with this team.
Now here's Embiid. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The 76ers leading by 3. And stolen by Gordon. And stolen by Horford. To the paint. That's tipped. And another turnover here by Philadelphia. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, but the fact they came so close, you got to admit it's impressive. I mean, most teams on an off night like that wouldn't have been anywhere near the lead.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Aminu comes in for Ross. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Orlando making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. And Kem Birch is subbed in for Gordon. On defense, Philadelphia. 3-point lead. Here's Bamba. An 11-point game for him in the win against Indiana. 3 on the clock. Shoots over Embiid. Here's Birch. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
And the pass to Embiid. Scott up top. Simmons passes to Harris. Over Aminu. Misses off the right iron.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game. Forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. The 76ers, number 1.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in block.
There's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. And just how much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against grown men. Just physically, your body hasn't been able to catch up. How do you handle the travel, being away from your family? Many times this guy's first time being away from their families that long. So it is a maturity process, but at the same time, there's only such a few, and if you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
For Philadelphia, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Burke. Good on both. Now Fultz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Good D by Embiid.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
The Magic trail by 3. Fultz looking around. Outside Fournier. Goes up on the wing. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Thibault can't get it to go. And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul. And Philadelphia making a change here. Bolden's checked in. Orlando's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. Here's Thibault. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Thibault's got his second basket of the night.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Well, Orlando shooting only 28% here in the first. A shoddy game offensively for them so far. Fultz kicks to Fournier. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. Fournier's got 7 points in the game.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Now, here's Burke. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Passes it to Bolden. Now, here's O'Quinn. Shot clock at 5. And Bamba pulls it down.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
No good on that one. Greg, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Now, here's O'Quinn. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
And Aminu kicks to Birch. Pass to Fournier. Beyond the arc. Up the line, Orlando. Here's Birch. Here's Bamba. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Fournier. Pass to Bolden. Outside, Scott. The pass to Thibault. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and that one's good. Burke.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at three.
We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. And here's Fultz. A 14-point game for him in the win against Indiana. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Isaac's checked in for Orlando. Here's Burke. 5 points in the game. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Passes it to Thibault. Here's O'Quinn. Here's Bolden. Fader on the way. It's good. And it's a 4-point 76ers lead. Orlando's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room.
But that's what I love about Fultz. He does a little bit of everything. Scores, rebounds, passes.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one at the line is good. Richardson, he's checked in for Mike Scott. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Pass to Thibault. Here's Bolden. He's covered by Isaac. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Thibault. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Fournier for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Fournier's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously, I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Orlando, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Aminu, and it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. Burke looking over the floor. Down low, here's Bolden, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Fultz. Getting around 12 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. O'Quinn, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, the NBA is entertainment. You know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Isaac kicks to Augustine. Pass to Ross. Back to Augustine. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Over Burke. Augustine, no luck.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
20 feet out. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 6.
You know, his offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Now here is Augustine. Burke covering. Here's Ross. Another miss by Orlando.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
A lot of time, games are decided at the line. So let's check out the NBA leaders in that category. And you look at Augustine, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Mohamed Bamba. And Richardson drops them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
And the rejection by Embiid.
Oh, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Knocks it loose. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running. And the dunk by Embiid.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 6-point game. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They played with energy and communicated well. They made things difficult out there.
Richardson attacking. That shot missing. Gordon with the defensive effort. Ross against Embiid. Augustine looking around. Vucevic. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists now tonight. Outside, Simmons. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kicks to Horford. The tray. And he's good on the 3 ball. Horford's got 5 now.
Now, this is how much confidence Horford has in himself. It's what makes him such an efficient offensive player.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Richardson against Ross. Kicks it out to Gordon for the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And it's Simmons penetrating. 2 points. That one goes. Simmons got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Well, Orlando shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Here's Vucevic, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
He misses the free throw. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Simmons. He's coming off a 19-point game against Cleveland. There's the lob for Harris. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Augustine against Simmons. Ross with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. 5 on the clock. Here's Vucevic. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Horford. Ross against Richardson. Horford the pass to Harris. Rebounded by Isaac.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Birch is checked in.
Hey, who's watching?
Augustine against Simmons. To the inside. Rejected by Harris.
Oh, he's known for his offense more than defense. Harris plays with the high motor, and he likes to make plays.
Puts up a three. Harris missing again. The Magic trail by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Simmons looking around. It's Richardson on the wing. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Augustine finds Vucevic. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons passes to Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And we talk about ball distribution. Simmons is a terrific floor general, as he proves once again.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Down by 12. The pass to Birch. Now Ross, guarded by Harris. No good from Ross.
When he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter, still none so far here in the second.
Harris dishes to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. From deep, Richardson. They get it back. Here's Simmons. Good on the leaner. Simmons got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers.
Oh, he's a supreme competitor. Simmons, he creates second chance opportunities with his hustle.
Vucevic against Embiid. And it's Vucevic missing. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 19-3 run right now. Horford against Augustine. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
2 shots.
The first one falls. Just when you look around the NBA, which player most emulates the style and approach that you had, and you were special. But so you've got to have a very special category for this one, I'm sure.
Well, thanks, Ken. That's flattering. I like to be in the categories with these guys because I'm such fans of them. But Blake Griffin, when I think about him, and also Joel Embiid, the fact that Embiid can shoot out on the floor, he can space up, but in the post, he likes to go to work as well. I just think he gives you such a mix of offensive moves that you can't stop, that as a defender, you're always worried and on guard and looking over your shoulder because you don't know what he's going to hit you with because he has so many options.
But in my mind, there's only one Chris Webber.
Oh, thanks, man.
Embiid, the pass to Scott. Embiid, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 14.
I mean, stellar work on the offensive end. Embiid, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
Augustine finds Gordon. Richardson against Fournier.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer.
The Magic have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
For the Magic, Aminu comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Fulton for Augustine. Jonah Bolden's checked in for the 76ers. He's perfect from the line this time. Philadelphia leading by 12.
Yo, whose man's is Simmons?
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Harris. Here's Richardson. The shot will not fall. The Magic go the other way with it. Fournier with the ball. Outguarded by Simmons. Aminu dishes to Fultz. They get a hand on it and stolen by Richardson. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break, and slam dunk by Harris.
Well, once again, Harris showing off his incredible physique, just really blowing past defenders in the open floor.
Here's Fultz. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Pass to Fournier. They double him with Simmons. And Fournier kicks to Aminu. 4 on the clock. Over Harris. Aminu misses. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. The drive by Scott.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
The Magic trail by 16. Now Fultz. Pass to Birch. Now here's Fultz. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. That one a little long. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game.
Oh, he's got it rolling this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
It's stolen by Harris. Scott with the ball. Now guarded by Fultz. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Vucevic has got 7 now in this quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
They swipe it. Here's Aminu. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And it goes down 2 points. 46 seconds left now here in the second. Outside, Simmons. The pass to Harris. It's Richardson on the wing. He's guarded by Fournier. They get the rebound. A second chance effort. Bolden can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Fultz with the ball. Simmons is there. Here's Fournier. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Philadelphia out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game, great performance by Harris.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's five. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Embiid, no good. And stolen by Horford. Passes to Embiid, inside. Here's Harris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Harris has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the 76ers. The Magic trail by 19. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Check Simmons.
Simmons against Augustine. Simmons passes to Harris. And there's the feed to Horford. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 7 points for Horford.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Augustine finds Ross. Here's Vucevic.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for Gordon. He's averaging 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Vucevic. And Philadelphia has possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Outside, Simmons. At the top of the key, Embiid. Pass to Horford. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And here's Augustine. Pass to Gordon. Down low. Magic moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Augustine. No good that time. Good D by Embiid. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. Fifth on the list, the Magic.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
The first free throw is good. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Orlando. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Evan Fournier. And he can't hit the second. The Magic trail by 15. Here's Ross. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Ross has got 10 points.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And Simmons kicks to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Augustine passes to Ross. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Ben Simmons? First in field goal percentage, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. And there's the pass to Horford. Richardson outside. And the 3 off target. The Magic trail by 15. Here's Isaac. The three-pointer off the mark. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. Richardson outside. Passes it to Embiid. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Richardson outside. Bamba with the block.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
So it's Philadelphia now. The fadeaway. That's good from Horford on the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 6th assist on the night. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Augustine. Burke grabs the miss.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
The Magic trail by 19. Here's Augustine. Shoots over Burke. The Magic again can't hit.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but he can't get anything to fall.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Orlando with the ball. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Bamba. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The 76ers leading by 21. Burke with it. He's got 5 to the middle. Stolen by Bamba. Ross on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Thibault. He kicks it to O'Quinn. Shoots over Isaac. Again, Philadelphia.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Markelle Fultz is checked in for Orlando. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Augustine. Bamba trying to break free and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Here's Philadelphia. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Thibault. And here is Horford. 76ers moving the ball around. Burke can't get it to go.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Augustine. Pass to Thibault. He tries for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists tonight. For Orlando, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Fultz. Bamba passes to Fultz. Misses from close range.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Augustine. Simmons on the wing. And Simmons slams it in.
And 6'10" Simmons, I mean, he has some insane handles. He's phenomenal at creating for himself.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. There's the pass to Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ken Burge is checked in for Augustine, and it's Aminu in for Jonathan Isaac. Philadelphia also making some changes. Jonah Bolden comes in for Al Horford, and it's Scott in for Simmons. And the free throw, no good. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
And O'Quinn sends it back. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Evan Fournier's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Bolden pulls it in. Bolden's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
To the paint, the kick out to Scott. Over Bamba. And that one hits back iron. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Aminu. They get it again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bamba.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Philadelphia leading by 21. Passes it to Thibault. Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. O'Quinn off the left rim and out. Well, Orlando shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. Bamba dishes to Aminu. And Fournier kicks to Fultz. Bolden pulls it in. Bolden's got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the 76ers with the ball. O'Quinn the pass to Thibault. The 76ers with another miss.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Magic making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Harris is checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Pass to Burke. They need this one. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Burke can't get it to go.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific. And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Back to O'Quinn. Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Fournier. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Sunday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And when you look at that Raptors matchup, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with a victory.
The first one falls. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Outside Fournier. Pass to Aminu. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Count that one. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. And he's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Burke, the pass to Scott. It's hauled in by the Magic.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
And it's Aminu in the corner. Shoots the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Aminu's got 7 points.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
Thibault, the pass to Harris. Shoots it up. And the shot is long. Here's Orlando now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. And it's denied. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. .26 seconds left to play in the third. 6 to shoot. Richardson with the double team. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound. Aminu. The layup off target.
Everything looked good until the finish. And it all goes wrong.
To the inside. Here's Richardson. That's tipped.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. I mean, Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time on the defensive end.
And so it's Philadelphia feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right
there. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu, and it's Vucevic, and it's Birch in at the power forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando.
What amazing strength. Look, I love how Embiid fights his way through whatever the defense throws his way.
Augustine against Simmons. Now the pass to Aminu. Al Fournier from deep, and Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier. Philadelphia leading by 16. Outside, Simmons. On the wing, Harris. Kicks it to Embiid. Wing shot on the way. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one. Now Augustine. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Vucevic. Shoot from the right block. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Richardson, no luck. The Magic trail by 18, and the foul on Mike Scott. That's his third foul of the game. Al Horford is checked in for the 76ers. So it's Orlando now. And Augustine kicks to Aminu. Lays it up and banks it in.
I'd like to see Aminu do more of this, Kevin. I mean, he has the touch to be effective inside.
The 76ers leading by 16. Now here's Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Embiid finds Horford. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Vucevic. Good work defensively by Horford. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Inside. Horford the pass to Embiid. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other four guys. I mean, they can't give him open jumpers.
Back to Simmons. Richardson the pass to Embiid. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Magic trail by 14. Here's Ross. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Harris has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Simmons. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
I mean, at almost 7 feet tall, Simmons is hard to contain. The defense has to push him farther away.
Pass to Aminu. Ross with it, guarded by Harris. Shoots. Birds the pass to Vucevic. And the rejection by Embiid. And they get it back. 5 to shoot. Here's Augustine.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Good. And Harris gets the assist. 14 points for Ben Simmons.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And he's been trying to do it all himself, and it's not working. Instead of forcing shots, you got to focus on moving the ball and keeping everybody involved.
The Magic making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Harris against Aminu. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Clock at 6. Here's Ross. The double clutch. And it's Vucevic missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Horford high post. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Bamba is checked in for the Magic. Simmons against Augustine. Back to Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Embiid. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Offensive rebound. Nice shot there by Bamba.
And you see Bamba on the offensive end. Very raw, but has potential, particularly from this range.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. He kicks it to Simmons. The shot misses. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. down low. Here's Gordon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Al-Farouq Aminu, such a great passer at his position. I mean, he has good vision and knows when to dish it.
To the right side. Horford dishes to Harris. Here's Embiid, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Magic trail by 16. Here's Augustine. It's hauled in by Harris.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. It's just not connected.
Embiid finds Richardson. Hits it from three-point range.
But there you go. His first three-pointer of the night. That should calm him down. Maybe even get him going a little bit.
And here's Augustine. Lob pass to Gordon. Deflects the pass. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That's good from Richardson. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that were in the finals against you. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Ross. Here's Simmons. Pass to Horford. Harris with it. Richardson right side. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 19 points for Josh Richardson.
And now he's starting to do good work beyond the arc. I mean, he had a dry first half, but now they're falling.
Augustine with it. To the paint. Ross, that's good.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
And Orlando making a change here. Fournier is checked in. And Richardson drops them both. Now Augustine. The pass to Bamba. Lob pass to Gordon. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
Augustine against Simmons. To the wing right side. To the middle. And stolen by Fournier. Ross against Richardson. No good from Ross. The 76ers leading by 20. Harris finds Horford. They grab their own miss. Out to Harris. Now here's Richardson. Passes it to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Fournier. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Augustine against Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. No good from Simmons. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Ross. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid, Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And stolen by Fournier. Top of the key. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Over Augustine. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. 23 points for Josh Richardson. The Magic trail by 20. And here's Augustine. Outside Fournier. And stolen by Harris. Here's Simmons. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 6th assist on the night.
And Harris is so good at remaining active on both ends of the court, never making anything easy for the opposition, which in turn results in a lot of steals.
Augustine against Simmons. Here's Augustine. Poked loose. Embiid with the steal. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Fournier passes to Augustine. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Finished off the break.
Oh, the quick hands of Simmons. He's great at realizing when to risk going after steals.
C-Web, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Ben Simmons.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
From deep, Richardson, another 3 for Philadelphia.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Pass to Fournier for three. They shoot again. Gordon trying to break loose, and Bamba lays it in. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 15 rebounds. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.